going live.
Okay, the live stream has started. What have you thought of the courses so far?
New York Minute, it was okay. I liked it. I liked that it switched up every time. Mario Circuit 3, why the hell did they bring it back? Calamari Desert, I heard it was not the same as the original. I don't care. I like the course. Waluigi Pinball, God tier. Sydney Sprint, it was okay. Snowland, kind of confusing slightly, but I liked it overall. Mushroom Gorge, God tier. Sky High Sunday, I hate it.
Yeah, I don't hate Sky High Sunday. It just feels slow and floaty to me.
To me, it's not that it's slow. It's like the layout of the track is just weird.
Yeah. Oh, and after the steep incline, I don't like that. Even though after the first few times playing it, you know you're not going to fall. It just feels like a leap of faith. You know?
I know what you mean.
I mean, it definitely feels like it was made for tour. That's the other thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, even more so than the city courses, which Sydney Sprint, I think, is my favorite course in the Booster Course Pass. Or not... Well, in Wave 2, I think... I like Tokyo Blur a lot, too. And my timing is off on these jumps today on Mushroom Gorge.
How much have you played of them? Of the of Wave 2?
I've been playing them quite a bit. If I had to guess, maybe 6 or 7 times each.
Okay, I've only done them once each.
Okay.
Not counting, of course, the original Mushroom Gorge.
Mm-hmm.
That red shell really just went off the get.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, you have a super horn too?
Yeah. I see that you are a fellow Koopa Troopa main.
Yes. Sometimes I switch to Shy Guy though.
Yeah, I do Dry Bones every once in a while just because apparently the worst combination of character and Kart is Dry Bones with the Mercedes GLA.
He blocked it.
So I do that just for fun.
I was hoping you would screw up the timing.
On the Super Horn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the heck did this NPC just get into second place with a bullet bill?
I have no clue. I was playing these with my dad and Gloria earlier. It was the first time they were playing it. And I got hit by like half a dozen things at once on Calamari Desert. So they got to see me use a bullet bill for, according to them, the first time ever.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Ah. Got blue shell. Ah.
Oh, wait, fudge. I thought... I ran onto the grass. I thought that was going to screw me up.
You won only because of that blue shell.
Yeah.
You got so lucky.
I did. I don't know. I like Mario Circuit 3. Like, I get like the why is it here mentality, but I like a lot of the simpler courses. So
simpler courses can be good, but Mario Circuit 3, in my opinion, is too simple.
Mm.
Like, part of the fun of Mario Kart is the zany tracks. They're not traditional.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Like, they could have added some verticality to it. Or they could have given us Remix Mario Circuit from Tour.
Yeah, or at least some ramps. Like,
yeah.
Do something.
So I get that.
It's just a basic course that has some ink splotches or whatever those are. Maybe they're mud.
I think they're oil
slicks.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Definitely.
That's really all there is to it.
Yeah. I'm definitely the unpopular opinion guy. Because I've heard a lot of people despise Tokyo Blur as well. And that's like my favorite course in the DLC. Yeah. Like I
actually kind of like Tokyo Blur though.
Yeah, like every ranking I've watched of it, other than my own that I just did on a whim, like every ranking video I've seen had Tokyo Blur as the worst course in the first wave, which I was surprised by.
Real quick, that sharp turn that you have to do where you're like almost sideways, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably the worst part of this course, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think there are some problems with it. So, but I mean, visually it's appealing. The music is nice, but like,
yeah, it's beautiful looking.
From a course design standpoint, the leap of faith, the sharp turns, it's just, I don't know. I just don't really think it's that great. Like, it's good. Like, I don't think there are any actively bad courses in the DLC, but this one is just the one I like the least.
Like, I don't hate it, but yeah, it's definitely the worst in the DLC so far. Not just this wave.
Mm-hmm. Like, Ninja Hideaway was good for an original non-city tour course. It was really good. It had like,
wait, I thought Ninja Hideaway was in tour.
Well, it's a tour original, like this one.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay.
Like non-city courses.
Oh my god, how far up are you? I just got a golden mushroom in second.
Jeez. This is like the one time I haven't fallen.
Well, that's because you're not in Rainbow Road.
No, I mean, I've fallen off of this course a lot.
I know, that was I was joking.
Yeah. Oh, wait, that was lap 3? I thought that was lap 2. Jeez.
That's another thing. This race feels short.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean,
like, I don't know if it's truly short. It just feels that way.
Yeah. I didn't like. I'm not a fan of the course, but I didn't expect this to become the Sky High Sunday hate stream. I like how just randomly we've picked different courses every single time.
I say we've both been making a point of choosing DLC courses specifically.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and there's in online play, there's still the general rule of everybody except for one person picks the DLC course. And then most times the one person gets to choose, and is the one that gets picked.
Where you get someone picking random and then it chooses a non-DLC course.
Yep. Or they just pick one of the other options that wasn't a DLC course.
Yeah.
Like, oh, everybody's picking Calamari Desert? Okay, well, this one guy's gonna pick Baby Park instead.
I haven't really played Mario Kart Online other than with friends.
I do it when I'm bored of playing against computers. Like, when I'm... Because I play this a lot for fun, so just... And a lot of people are really good at this game. Like, there are a lot of tricks that I do not know. Like, I've seen people... And this could be because of the character and the cart they choose, but, like, I've seen people get hit by like, red shells and stuff and not lose any momentum, really. Which, to me, is crazy.
Ow.
I have no clue, and maybe I should look it up. But...
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is. And it could also be the lag from the connection. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it's also possible. NSO isn't the greatest.
Yeah.
That's a wall.
Yep, there are a lot of those here.
I'm curious, does the super horn do anything to the balls?
I don't know.
Balls.
If it hadn't have been taken... Oh.
I had a super horn earlier and I could have tested it, but I didn't waste it.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being wasted anyway because I got shocked or something.
Yeah, mine got stolen.
I forget what happened.
Someone had a boo, so... Oh, and I just got hit.
It's banana.
Yeah, this is a really fun course. I'm glad they brought it back.
Oh yeah, it's one of the best courses in the entire series.
And I'm especially really happy that they kept all of the arcadey sound effects. I would have been very disappointed if they got rid of those. But obviously, they are making a point to add a lot more detail in Wave 2 of the DLC.
Yeah, it feels like they responded to the fans, either
Mm-hmm.
purposely or unintentionally.
I mean,
Like, they ramped it up big time.
I honestly feel like it was purposeful because they really could have just ported, like, I think all of these courses, except for Snowland, are in Tour, so they really could have just ported them over.
It's like
Oh, and that's a wall.
And that's a red shell. And that's another red shell.
Uh-oh.
I threw the second one too soon. Ah,
Oh, nice.
I wasn't sure how far up you were, so I wasn't sure if I was throwing it too soon or not.
Well, looks like you just needed the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad with Calamari Desert that they added both versions of it, because I think it was a fine course, but being able to actually drive through the tunnel is cool.
Both versions?
Yeah, so in Tour they created a remix version of it, like with the SNES courses, but this is where basically the only change is that instead of driving like around the track, you drive on it.
Okay.
So I was hoping that they would add, like, that they would figure out how to do both versions of it in one course if they added it. I just didn't know if they would, but I'm glad they did.
I like that it changes up between different laps.
Mm-hmm.
It makes for a nice variety.
Yeah.
And I like it when Mario Kart tracks do that, where it's a different thing every lap. Granted, it's not necessarily like required or anything. How the hell did Dry Bowser get up here?
I have no clue, but he did. That was not meant for you. That was meant for him. You were out of the way, so I thought I was gonna get him.
It was a red shell, wasn't it?
It was, but
yeah,
I mean,
so it honed in on me.
Yeah, I just thought
anyway,
you were.
He's out of the way now.
Yeah, I just thought you were out of the way enough that it would go for him instead.
Yeah, that is true. It takes a minute for it to, or not a literal minute, but it takes a moment for it to realize, hey, I have to track this person.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Thinking of tracking, you got a blue shell on you.
Yep. So have you been following any of the leaks regarding the DLC?
No, and honestly, I don't want to know. Okay. I want to be surprised.
All right, then I will stop what I was about to say.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know that you like to avoid that type of stuff. I just wasn't sure if you were tracking for Mario Kart or not.
Yeah, I like to avoid that stuff. Not just for Mario Kart, but in general.
Yep.
Thank you for breaking my banana so I can have 2 items.
Of course. Happy to help.
How did I hit you? You had a shell behind you.
I don't know. That just happens sometimes.
Maybe you landed on it or something.
Yeah.
So you went over the ramp.
Baby Luigi got me.
Rip. Let's roll. The music for Mario Circuit 3 It's iconic.
Yeah,
Like, you cannot deny that.
that is true. I do like that they added percussion to this and Mushroom Gorge's themes, even though they kept them the same pretty much.
Yeah,
It's like
I agree.
they gave them a little bit of an update, but they're still so iconic you can't really change them that much.
Right. It's like this is the Mario Kart sound.
Yep.
You don't want to mess with the Mario Kart sound too much. Oh my god! I didn't realize you were that close.
I almost had you.
With the blue shell though.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
okay. Thanks.
Ah, thought I could get in front of you and hit you with my banana.
Even trade.
Figures will block it.
Oh, I don't have any protection.
Oh, come on, just a coin. Surprised you threw that. Ah! Super bomb.
Yeah. Oh, I got caught in the sand. And I didn't time that well enough.
Didn't.
Oh, fudge.
Hey! See you, loser. If you had just hit that boost and not botched it.
Yep. I was drifting too much.
This is not Tokyo. Stop drifting. This is Mario Circuit 3.
I'm not using Joy-Cons either.
What are you using? Tilt controls.
Actually, I have it set to tilt controls, but I'm using a wired controller. So I actually am not using tilt controls.
Okay. Also, for once, I actually chose the same course.
Yeah.
$69 points.
As the kids say, nice.
Nice. Hey. What did you get for your first item? A coin?
Yep.
Rip.
Oh well, it's the RNG. You got to respect it.
Yep. That's just how it is.
Yep. Have we talked at all about the Pokemon trailer?
I think we talked a little bit, but not like deeply or anything.
Yeah.
I am. Whoa! Why was that still drifting? It was like sticky keys. Okay. Yeah, like I'm more excited than ever for Scarlet and Violet.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
Yeah, I'm really hyped for, especially after, like I'm really excited for the type changing mechanic.
Oh yeah, from what it looks like, any Pokemon can have any Terra type, and the Terra type makes them, when you terrestrialize, it makes them become mono, whatever their Terra type is.
Yeah. So I saw an image being passed around Twitter that shows how it works. Like the example was a Magnemite, and so if the Magnemite's Terra type is electric, it becomes pure. Yeah. It becomes pure electric, and its stab increases. But
right.
if its Terra type is like normal, then it becomes pure normal type, and it just has regular stab.
Normal stab.
Yes.
That's weird to say.
Yeah.
Shelf.
I hope that they're going to have hidden power back or a move similar to it. That way, if I, like, say, want to turn Blastoise into a fire type, it can still get some stab.
Or maybe like a move that's always going to match the Pokemon's primary type.
Yeah, that would
similar
be cool.
to Weather Ball for Cast Form, but Weather Ball doesn't actually do that with other Pokemon.
Right. Yeah, because I'm getting ideas. So
I've seen the example of Shedinja that's electric type and holding an air balloon.
Yeah.
And I love that so much.
I almost have I have a feeling that either...
Oh, you just had everything go after you at once.
Yeah.
You were going to say?
I was going to say that I have a feeling that it's going to require a held item, like with Mega Evolution, or B, Shedinja's not going to be in the game for that specific reason.
It might not be in the game for that specific reason, you're right. But I don't think it's going to require a held item, because from what it looks like, the player has a ball that they have to recharge after every battle, basically. After every battle they use it.
That is true.
So that's the one thing. Kind of like Dynamax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only... And I will probably be wrong about it. The only thing that I can really say is that Mega Evolution and Z moves also had the trainer using an item that would activate the held item of the Pokemon, but again, we don't have enough information to say for sure.
Yeah, it's a little hard to tell because the website was slightly vague.
Yeah.
Like, we're probably not going to know until the game actually comes out and people start exploring it.
Or until someone breaks the street date and starts data mining everything.
Yeah. But even if they do, I'm not going to look at the data mine.
Yep, and I am going to stay silent on everything. Although...
So I mentioned to you, I'm a mod for Birdkeeper Toby's server.
Yep.
And we have a very strict no leaks rule.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've all got like a basic no spoilers rule where you have to talk in this chat if you're talking about Scarlet and Violet news, otherwise spoiler tags.
Yeah.
And then beyond that, we have don't talk about leaks unless you're going to use spoiler tags or you're in this specific other chat for leaks.
Yeah.
And like, it's been very nice having that sort of set up like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't get to see any of the leaks unless someone accidentally posted in the wrong chat. In which case, I don't even try to pay attention to it. I'm just like, okay, that starts talking about a leak. I'm going to delete that.
Yeah.
And tell them no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I 100% get the no leaks thing. For Pokemon in particular, I just like it because I like thinking about the competitive movesets and stuff early. So I've been working on a massive overhaul of how I do that. So I've always kept spreadsheets with like the moves and abilities and everything. But now I've created drop-down menus for everything. And doing the conditional formatting and the data validation for that was absolute pain. And it took up an entire weekend. But it was worth it.
Oh, wow.
And now all I have to do every time there's a new generation is just update it with however many new Pokemon and items and abilities there are. That's going to make everything a lot easier.
I imagine it could.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Penguin.
And after they revealed the terrestrializing mechanic, I already used it to theory craft a team with, I think it was Satitan and Salamence that I had as the terrestrial Pokemon.
Yeah, I saw that on your list.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think you posted it to Discord or Twitter or something.
Yeah, I think it was on Twitter. I think Satitan is going to be like another one of those bulky ice types.
Yeah, definitely looks like it.
So if there is no held item requirement, then I'm probably going to do something like Assault Vest and then turn it into a Steel type.
Interesting idea.
I mean, it's the bulkiest type, so I can just invest in its defenses. Plus, I can also have then the luxury of either going with Thick Fat for additional defense or Slush Rush if I want to do a Hail team.
I imagine it would get Smart Strike because it has those horns.
Probably. And if TRs return, I think it would probably get Iron Head as well.
Yeah, I could see that.
Which, even though Smart Strike is probably more consistent, Iron Head has Flinch Chant, which I like a lot more.
I mean, Iron Head is still 100 accuracy, so like,
Yeah.
even if it's not guaranteed, it's better than. It's most likely not going to miss.
Yeah, it's not like anybody's going to VGC using Sand Attack.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I never even see anybody use Double Team. I wonder if that's because of Showdown's Evasion Clause. People are just not used to having it, or if people just...
That's probably part of it, because Showdown has that Double Team Clause.
Yeah.
Can't say for sure, though.
Yeah. I mean, there are moves in the past that I thought would never be popular that ended up being popular. So, like, Beat Up was a huge strategy early on in Sword and Shield.
Yeah, against, like, an Arcanine or something else with Justified.
Yep, and I never thought that Bounce Gyarados would be popular until they had Z moves and then Dynamax.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, because like in Sun and Moon, people just wanted Flying type stab on Gyarados, so they would give it the Flynium Z and Bounce. So that way they could just launch one powerful Flying type attack. But now with Dynamax, you don't
It's
even
3 powerful ones, and you
boost your speed. Yeah, I think that Max Airstream is like the strongest Dynamax move in the game.
Oh yeah, for sure. Simply because of that speed boost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, when I was doing those tournaments in the spring, I put Bounce on Regieleki specifically so that if I decided to Dynamax it, I'd get that speed boost.
Forgot to get Bounce.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it does.
Yeah, that is true. It does just hop up and down constantly. But it cannot sit still.
Yeah. And I like Regieleki, but I hope it doesn't return in Scarlet and Violet, just because its speed is too darn high.
Yeah, that's a big problem with Sword and Shield, is that like Zacian is way too strong.
Yep.
Regieleki is way too fast. Calyrex is Calyrex.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it has 2 abilities when it's a rider form.
And
Those are just too powerful.
And each form has a 130 or 140 base power multi-target attack.
Yeah, and incredibly high physical or special attack depending on which form.
Yep.
Did we just both miss the items?
Well, I didn't miss, but I got a coin, so I may as well have missed.
Okay. I didn't see you grabbing an item, so I thought you didn't.
Did you go on the boost pads to try and get one?
Yeah, I was like right behind you.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I did as well. So
It might have lagged and just not shown you grabbing it.
yeah, maybe not. I swear I was right next to that freaking pinball, and I thought I was going to get hit.
Come on. Stupid bumper destroyed my shell.
Well, I decided to throw my banana forward right at the glider section just to see what would happen, and now it's falling through the abyss, and I just missed the items.
Oh.
Shouldn't have done that.
And funny, Waluigi's Pinball is basically Waluigi's theme song now.
Yeah.
Like, unofficially.
Mm-hmm. Although surprisingly,
Even
when... Oh, what were you going to say?
Even though there's other songs that have been associated with Waluigi.
Yeah, and surprisingly, when they put him in Smash Flash, the song they used was Waluigi Stadium. for the
Yeah.
reveal trailer for that.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing that.
It was a good remix.
It's a good trailer.
Yeah.
Poor Waluigi was so sad.
Yeah. I should play Smash Flash sometime.
I haven't played Smash Flash since like high school.
Yeah, I haven't played it. Actually, I think I played it briefly when they put Waluigi in it, but then I haven't played it since. And now the developers are creating their own game, like a real, like
Really?
a
Cool.
yeah. It's going to be basically indie Smash Bros. It's got one of the characters from Rivals of Ether and the one from what is it, Bit Trip,
Ah.
that WiiWare game, the rhythm WiiWare platformer.
Okay.
And it's got a few other characters that I don't recognize. And then there are like 40 different assist characters as well.
So close.
Yep. But it from what I've seen, it's really polished. And
Cool.
and it also is going to have a character creator. So it's like Smash Bros. If you could make your own characters.
And not just me's.
Yeah. And I think they're doing like each like I think they're doing something like, and it was on Kickstarter, so it had a lot of goals. One of them was, I think, like in addition to the original soundtrack, there's going to be a metal version of the soundtrack and a jazz version of the soundtrack. I think they're going to get some YouTubers like AlphaRed to be secondary and tertiary announcers for the game. Like, it's going to be insane.
Wow. That does sound insane.
No, and I think they're having like an early access at the end of this month, so I will probably get that. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll make a video about it.
It'd be interesting to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish I had backed the Kickstarter for it, but I found out about it after it ended. So, unfortunate.
Okay. Big rip.
Yep. I mean, it's not like my $5 or $10 would have really done that much in the grand scheme of things, but it would have been nice to feel like I'm helping.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And there's not really a lot of projects like that that I have really thought that about, like that I want to do a Kickstarter. Like, if I had a job back when I was in high school, I probably would have done the Shovel Knight Kickstarter.
Of course you would. Just knowing you're the guy who said Shovel Knight for Smash. I mean,
That's before I even ever played it, and now that I have played it, it's one of my favorite games of all time.
yeah, I haven't played it myself, but it looks like a really good game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the only campaign I haven't really played that much of is the Plague Knight, just because he cannot jump to save his life. But then, like, I think each of the 3 early bosses has their own campaign. So Shovel Knight, obviously, and then Plague Knight, who sucks, and Spectre Knight, who's really good. And after I finished that one, the controls on that campaign were just so good I could barely even play the original one anymore.
Oh, wow.
And then King Knight is really fun because in addition to the regular Shovel Knight gameplay, A, they gave him Wario's Shoulder Bash, which is fun, and B, they added a full card game into it.
Full card game?
Yes.
In Shovel Knight.
Yes.
What?
The story of the King Knight campaign is basically he wants to be the best at a card game.
Okay.
So in between the platforming sections, you also, and the card game is completely optional, but it is there, and it's actually really fun.
So you just suddenly take a break to just play like Magic or something, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. And then after they did all that, they added a platform fighter to it, where you could play as all of the bosses and stuff.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it's really good. And then one of Shovel Knight's costumes in the platform fighter is just the Shovel Knight outfit, except his helmet is replaced with a fish's head.
A fish is... Why? That's hilarious, though.
It is.
Okay.
That's enough of me going on about Shovel Knight. And I haven't played Legends Arceus in forever, it feels like. I should probably boot that up again soon in preparation for Scarlet and Violet.
I haven't played in a while either, but honestly, I feel like that game has low replayability, you know?
Yeah. I'm tempted...
Compared to most Pokemon games.
Yeah. If it wasn't so long, I would be tempted to do a Nuzlocke before Scarlet and Violet come out. I just feel like I don't have a lot of time to sink into that type of thing, unfortunately. Like, if it were a regular Nuzlocke, then sure, but Legends Arceus just feels a lot longer.
Yeah. And Nuzlocks, because you're not doing as much actual battling, unless you really want to.
Yeah.
You might not even have any of your Pokemon faint.
Right.
Because of that.
And there are... People have set up custom rules for Nuzlocks, like... you can catch as many Pokemon as you want, but if, like, say you catch 30 Bidoofs, you can only use the first one you catch. And if that one gets knocked out, you just can't use Bidoof for the rest of the playthrough.
Interesting.
That way, you can still gain experience just by catching Pokemon. You don't have to battle all the time. Like, you don't have to do level grinding like you would in a typical Pokemon game.
Yeah, and you can also get the research levels that you need to be able to beat the game.
Yep. Although for...
Come on. Yes.
Well, for a Nuzlocke, I would probably put the end of the game at just defeating Volo and Giratina.
Yeah, like, going all the way to Arceus is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have caught one of everything, which is insane.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to being able to transfer all of those Pokemon up to Scarlet and Violet, hopefully. Hopefully all of the forms will be in Scarlet and Violet.
I'm assuming that all of, like, the Hisuian forms and the Alolan forms and whatnot of different Pokemon will be transferable.
Yeah, I mean...
Because, like, we saw Hisuian Zoroark in a picture.
Yeah, so... Yeah, if a Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet has an alternate form, we'll be able to get it. I just hope that we'll get all of the Pokemon that have Hisuian forms.
Yeah, that would be nice. And also the evolutions, like Ursaring.
Yep. I'm not 100% sure, but I think Ursaring is confirmed for Scarlet and Violet. I'm not sure on that, though.
I don't remember it being confirmed. I would have to double check.
I thought I saw it somewhere, but I could be wrong. I was so hyped to see Girafarig back, though. Like, I don't know why, it's just one of my favorite Pokemon, and I feel like it's very underrated.
Interesting.
So, I'm glad to see it, and I hope it gets a similar treatment that Stantler did in Legends Arceus. Like, I hope it gets something.
Oh yeah, that would be cool if Girafarig actually got some love for once. Because, like, it's just kind of a mediocre Pokemon, single stage, nothing special about it.
Hasn't been in a regional deck since Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah. Unless you count BDSP, but that's a remake, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah.
Like how Venomoth hasn't been in a regional deck since Johto, and now it's finally going to be in
that's true.
one.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, it's hilarious, though.
Well, have we seen Venomoth? That's the question. Oh, we did?
We have seen Venonat.
We saw Venonat, but I'm asking, have we seen Venomoth?
Oh, Venomoth itself.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
because
good point.
for my regional forms video, I really need to get working on it. I've told Gloria I'd pay her to do artwork for it. One of my predictions, really the only one that's stayed the same since I came up with the idea. Oh, I thought that was lap 3.
Oh,
I just drove off of the track.
good job.
But
I was wondering what you were doing when I saw you just veer off.
yeah. But the one idea that stayed the same is Venonat getting a regional evolution. Hopefully, that would be cool. I really like Venomoth, but I want to see that evolution line get something because I feel like
Make
they're
it
forgotten
bug
a lot.
psychic.
Or I've seen
Justify Sabrina using it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I've also seen a lot of pictures of like fuzzy moths. You can make them like Bug Fairy or something, and give it like fur coat as an ability or Fluffy.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
That's what I'm thinking of right now.
That could be really cool to see if they did something like that.
Yeah, and
just if it wasn't if it was just a completely different Pokemon, that would be like unrelated to Venomoth. That would be really cool.
Mm-hmm. I mean, to be fair, Venonat is very fuzzy, so seeing it evolve into something that keeps that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then I also, before this last trailer release, had Hydreigon and Luxray in my wish list. Very, very unfortunate, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, I would have loved to see a regional Luxray, because Iberian Lynx.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, just Luxray being in the region at all, that's a win for me.
Yep. Hopefully we won't see Incineroar, so it can actually be a somewhat viable Intimidate user. So if Incineroar is there, that's going to be the only Pokemon with Intimidate you see in competitive play.
Yeah, other than maybe Lando.
Yeah, that's true. I like Incineroar, but when it comes to competitive play, I absolutely despise it. And the same with Landorus too. Like, I like it. It's just when it comes to competitive play, those two Pokemon in particular are just like too overused for me.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing with competitive. Once they find a strategy that's like super powerful, they only use that strategy.
Mm-hmm. That's also why I don't like the formats where you can use restricted Pokemon.
Oh.
Because then
you don't like the what?
The formats where you can use restricted Pokemon. Because then all you see is Kyogre and Zacian and Groudon.
Yeah, like right now they have one that's coming up. Which is going to be all Pokemon, including Mythicals, allowed.
First time Mythicals are allowed.
Like, you'll be allowed to use
Arceus,
a Zarude, a Zeraora, and a Marshadow on your team.
Yep. That's going to be fun, I'm sure. I'll try out the format just to see what it's like. But I don't really know if I'm going to like it that much. It's just going to be even more Zacian. There's going to be probably people using Mew as, like, the ultimate support Pokemon.
Yeah, because it learns, like, everything.
Yep. And it gets Transform, which is really potent. Because a lot of people would have, in the past, Smeargle with Transform.
Oh, interesting.
Like, it would have something to the effect of, like, Fake Out, Spore, Spiky Shield, Transform. That way, if you didn't need any of the support that it offers, it can just turn into something else.
Like, I can only imagine the insane things that people are going to do with, like, G-Max Melmetal or something.
Yeah.
I imagine that's going to get a lot of use.
Probably. What does its max move even do? I
don't actually know.
Let me look that up real quick.
Yes, right when the race is about to start.
It's okay.
I love all the details on this course, like Galaxy Air, Donkey Kong, the best musical.
I love that they called it the best musical.
Honestly, same.
Alright, so I found apparently Melmetal's max move or G-Max move inflicts torment on the opponents.
Oh, interesting. That doesn't sound that useful, though.
No, it doesn't. I mean, if actually with Choice Band and Choice Scarf, then that could be kind of potent because then you force them to use Struggle every other turn.
Oh, yeah. But, like, in the long run, it doesn't sound that useful.
Yeah. That is kind of niche.
I don't know if I hit you or not.
No, I had run off the track. Uh-oh.
Get blued, nerd.
I don't know why, but I remember in English class one time back in high school, just watching someone's presentation that they were giving, and then there was a slide with a blue shell.
I don't remember that. It might have been one of the classes we didn't have together.
Maybe. I think it was 12th grade. Wait, we had
Miss Lee.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I remember some of the things I do. But, you know, memory just works like that sometimes.
I think we were only in the same class for one semester that year.
Yeah,
if I'm
we could have
remembering
been.
correctly.
Were we? Because I remember the day before winter break, we were playing Showdown the whole time on the laptops. But then we were also bouncing ideas for the final project off each other, back and forth off each other.
Oh, yeah. Was that first or second semester?
That was second semester, because that was the final project of the year.
Right. Okay.
That was an interesting project.
Yeah, it was like put a couple of characters from the plays that we've read throughout the year together or something like that.
Yeah.
And we don't have to write a full script, but like give an idea of how they would interact.
Yep.
What's their theme music?
Yeah, I remember that.
Like that.
I gave every single character Pokemon music.
I gave I think it was Boy Willie from piano lesson. I think I gave him Cheesecake by Louis Armstrong.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
That's a trip down memory lane right there.
Yeah. I remember a few months ago, I was just going through my Google Drive, and all of that entire project was just in there. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember that.
I was going through an old USB, and I found some of Paul's old stuff in there. It's like, low box crap. Like, what? Why do I have Paul's stuff?
Is that just like from like when everybody was offboarding all of their Google Drive stuff from their school accounts?
It wasn't even like his Google Drive stuff. It was his it was his what's it called? His ComNav application or whatever it's called. The college stuff.
Oh. Okay then. Yeah, I don't know why you would have
like
that.
The most random thing. I don't know why he put it on my thumb drive, but I remember way back in the day he asked, "Hey, can I use your thumb drive to print something out?" And I was like, "Sure."
Mm-hmm. If I looked through that Google Drive folder, I'd probably have everything from high school. Time for me to look for that.
Sometimes I wish that I had kept all of my stuff from the Google Drive that we had at high school, because like I had, for example, I was really proud of this essay that I wrote about. It was for one of the music classes that I took in high school. Mm-hmm. It was basically a study of African tribal music versus Western funk,
Okay.
and like comparing and contrasting them and discussing the history of both.
Yeah.
Like, I was really proud of that, and I don't have access to that because it is presumably either locked away or deleted at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, blue shell made me drive off the edge.
And we both got beat by Baby Luigi.
Yep. At least I still managed to banana you right after you finished.
Yeah.
That was worth it.
Yeah. Let's see. I have a bunch of stuff from art. Have a bunch of stuff from engineering. A bunch of stuff from government.
Yeah, I have stuff from the first 2-ish years. Because, like, that was before they started giving us a Google Drive.
Yeah.
And then starting junior year, when they started giving us a Google Drive, I stopped using my own account for that. I started using the school account.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've been more careful about that with my college account because, like, well, first of all, there is no Google Drive there, so like I've been using my own account for that.
Right.
But in terms of like emails and accounts and stuff, I've been trying to be more diligent about like making sure all of my accounts are off of that, at least the accounts I need.
Yeah.
Like, I moved my GitHub months ago at this point.
Okay, so I have a spreadsheet from my high school stuff. It's titled Super Smash Bros. And I open it up.
What?
Yeah, because when we weren't doing anything, I would just write lists and spreadsheets all the time. So I guess the idea was I would do what I would want in a Smash Bros. Game. This is just a bunch of lists of classes from Fire Emblem.
What? But it's titled what?
I know. Like, it's not even characters from Fire Emblem. It's the classes that they can have.
So you like tried to put classes from Fire Emblem onto Smash characters?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
Nope. Nope, it is literally just a list of the classes from Fire Emblem Fates.
Why?
I have no clue. I wish I did know.
Baby Mario. Or was that Baby Luigi?
Maybe it's Baby Green Mario.
Baby Green Mario. Yes. Yeah. That's it. Blue shell. I thought I was going to go in the middle, so I went to the left. But then it went to the left.
Hmm. Was it on the tracks?
No. It was to the left of the tracks.
Oh, yeah, I meant was it in the part with the tracks?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it doesn't want to hit the train.
Oh my god,
Like maybe
I'm getting screwed over constantly. I am in 7th now. Oh my god, they took the items.
I just lost to Baby Luigi again.
I'm gonna get like 7th now.
Jeez.
Because I kept on getting screwed over by NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
Just bombarded by everything. It all started with that blue shell.
Yeah.
I wasn't even in 2nd at the time. I was in like 3rd when I got hit by it. First the blue shell rams me, and then someone hits me with a shell, and then I run into a banana that someone just threw.
I see we've both picked a DLC course, but DLC for different versions of Mario Kart 8.
Yep. I figured it was funny. Baby Park is an interesting case of a bland course that actually works, like, super well, in my opinion.
Okay. For me,
Like, with Mario Circuit 3, it's just kind of samey the entire way. Whereas Baby Park, sure, it's samey the entire way, but it's short. And that makes it so that there are a lot of people once, no matter what lap you're on.
yeah. For me, this just kind of feels a little too cramped.
To me, that's kind of the benefit of Baby Park in a way.
Yeah, and I understand where like chaos can kind of be fun, but like in the Double Dash version, it doesn't feel as cramped to me. Like it feels like there's just as much chaos with a lot of room to maneuver around stuff as well. It doesn't feel like it as much here. But that's just my opinion.
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah. And I accidentally took a mushroom and just hit a wall.
Nice. I had a mushroom and was able to catch up to you with that.
Yeah. Alright, so I have found the Smash Bros. List. And, have you ever just wrote a list of every single Mario character ever?
No.
Because that's what the, that's what the list of Mario characters I wanted for Smash looked like.
Okay.
Like, you got Waluigi, you got Geno, you got Paper Mario, you got Baby Yoshis, you got Mario and Luigi.
But do you have Mama Luigi?
No.
How dare you?
Let's see. And for Zelda, it looks like I just took the cast of Hyrule Warriors because I had never played a Zelda game at that point.
Okay.
This is kind of cringy, but also kind of funny just to look at. Like, yeah, I wanted Embor as a Pokemon rep. And Lickitung, apparently. And Hitmonlee.
Lickitung?
Yeah, that's on here.
Why?
I have no clue.
That's just the most random and... Why?
Oh, hold on. It can get more random because we got Simisage, Simisear, and Simipour. All taking up their own character spot. This is just...
No! If you're gonna do the elemental monkeys, like, first of all, how dare you? Second of all, at least make them like Pokemon trainers so they only take up one slot.
Mm-hmm. Or just make them like alternate skins and give them a generic moveset.
Or just don't put them in.
That's true. That's a good point.
I stand by my opinion that they are some of the worst designed Pokemon.
They don't look... Their pre-evolutions look fine, I think.
The pre-evolutions are okay. The evolutions... No. They are just so ugly.
Mm-hmm. I like the idea,
it's not
though,
even
of
like
giving
a
you...
fun ugly, like Garbodor.
Mm-hmm. I do like the idea, though, of
Eyesore.
giving you like an early game Pokemon that counters your starter's weakness.
That is a cool idea, don't get me wrong. And it's almost like a secondary starter trio in a way.
Yeah. So for
because
that
they have the same abilities.
For that reason, I will always have a soft spot for Simisage. Although, I evolved mine a little too early in Black and White, because I didn't realize they'd get crunched if you leveled them up to level 40.
It's also a very weird move, almost. You know?
Yeah.
Like, why would they learn Crunch? They don't seem like they're biters. I guess it makes sense because monkeys have teeth. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Apparently, the bite force of a gorilla is stronger than that of a jaguar.
Really?
Apparently. Theo was
I
watching...
knew gorillas had a strong bite force, but oh god, that's a blue shell.
Yeah, Theo was just watching a bunch of short videos, and one of them was just like, "Did you know that a gorilla's bite force is stronger than a jaguar's?" I was like, Okay.
Okay.
That's interesting. Oh, you hit me with a bomb.
Nice.
Oh yeah, we got the entire Fire Emblem Fates cast here too. That's pretty good.
The entire Fates cast.
Okay, not the entire Fates cast, but like every major character is here. So it's like a dozen. I swear, what was I thinking? Oh, Marvel characters in Super Smash Bros.
Oh my gosh.
I swear. I feel like this list was just me thinking of characters and then saying, yeah, they would be cool in Super Smash Bros.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna close this out because that's getting a little too cringy, I think.
I thought you were going to say distracting. Because you've lost the last 2 races.
No, I don't care. I'm here to have fun.
Fair enough.
I am here to have fun. I just feel like I'm starting to have a lot of regret.
Okay.
Because I mean I had Mario, Luigi, and Mario and Luigi.
What?
You know, like the RPG games.
You had RPG Mario and Luigi as their own character.
Yes, like Ice Climbers.
Oh god, this bomb. What I like about this course is that parts of it are slippery, but not the entire thing.
Yeah. It's definitely better than like your Sherbet Land, for example.
Oh yeah, where Sherbet Land was slippery the entire way.
Mm-hmm.
Though to be fair, I really like the level design of that one.
Yeah. Wait, which one? Which one are we talking about?
Sherbet Land.
No, which Sherbet Land?
The version that's in Wii specifically.
Yeah.
Crap, there were multiple. I don't know which game that one's originally from, but it's a remake. I know that.
Yeah, I think that one's N64, and then the one in this one is Double Dash.
Yeah, that sounds right. Oh my god, Rosalina literally just drove on top of me because I was so small.
I love how they like remake the GBA courses like from the ground up.
Yeah, it's really cool to see what they can do with an existing idea to make it better.
Yep.
Blue shell coming your way. Wait, what? Why'd you hit me?
I crossed the finish line.
Oh, I didn't realize it was last lap. Oh wow, it's already 4.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Well, going back to Pokemon, so one of my friends who's also a modded BKT, he saw Sunkern in one of the trailers, and in the trailer from this past week, and Cerebi didn't have it up yet. So he submitted it to Cerebi, and he was like, hey, this is kind of here. Sunkern's in the game.
Yeah.
And then Cerebi added it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then I
It was
saw
like maybe a day after.
I saw also that somebody submitted to him the like split second of Spupa getting released from a Pokeball.
Yeah. It was like a promotional image or something.
Yep.
So now we know Vivillon's in the game. How are they going to do the forms?
Probably the same way, if I had to guess.
But they can't because the Switch's location is just North America, South America, Asia, Europe. It's just a general constant, basically.
And it could be random.
It could
I
be.
don't know.
Or maybe they're going to have you declare your location in game or something. I don't know. But
Yeah.
it's just an interesting thought. Like, how would they determine it?
They could just add a few of the forms, which isn't ideal, but then they could like assign one form to each continent.
That's true. Or maybe randomize, like, 5 forms are going to be on this continent, and your save file is going to have one of them, or something like that.
Yeah, or it could be
kind of like in Platinum with the fossils.
Yeah, or it could be determined by trainer ID. Like just maybe trainer IDs ending with a certain set of digits each get a different form or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an awkward number of forms, though, with 18, not including the 2 event ones. It's just a matter of seeing how they're going to do it. Ah!
I had a mushroom and a fire flower.
Good. I had a banana, so I wouldn't have been able to stop you.
That was well-timed lightning, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I see we're going to Sherbet Land.
We were just talking about it, so...
Yep.
Back in... Since you were talking about, like, making lists of stuff, back in, like, I think 4th, 5th, 6th grade or something, I just kind of typed out randomly a list of all the different shortcuts and, like, little secrets within Mario Kart Wii. Don't know why, but I just kind of did it.
Yeah, it's fun to write lists. It's fun to just get all your thoughts onto a piece of paper or into a spreadsheet.
Yeah, especially if you're bored, I guess.
Yep. I don't know, for me it's just something about like putting together a team of Pokemon with all their moves and stats and abilities and just like doing all the color coding and stuff and seeing that just makes me satisfied just looking at it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I've been doing that thing again where I'm trying to like keep track of all the Pokemon that are in the game so far and like predict. And this time I'm doing an actual Google Sheet instead of doing what I did last time with a table in Google Docs.
Yeah.
Because it's so much more effective. And now I actually know how to use Google Sheets. Unlike 3 years ago. But yeah, like the color coding and just coming up with ideas of what do I think is possible? What do I think could happen?
Yeah, and I've learned a lot. Like I've been using Excel and Google Sheets for years, but I've learned a lot about how to actually like use it effectively with my new job. So like data validation and conditional formatting, I've been using those a lot more. So like now whenever I say like, oh, I'm gonna have Toxicroak, which is a poison and fighting type, it's gonna automatically fill those in to be the colors for poison and fighting.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've learned a couple tricks, especially recently, like equals count whatever or equals sum whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like basically the math. and I've been using a lot of that for. So I should probably explain this. In the server, we've got something called shiny hunting events, where like for an entire month, people will be shiny hunting and different hunting methods at different point values and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I've been using the math stuff. Oh, how did I pass you? I've been using the math stuff to basically make that easier for me.
Okay.
It could probably be made even easier by like saying, okay, this method is going to be this many points. I don't have to manually add that in. But like for total number of shinies that each person has caught, as well as for overall caught and overall points, stuff like that, I'm able to easily just do that. It's automatic.
Yeah.
Convenient.
That's nice. Yeah, for me, I've been doing a lot of like during the audit, we needed to show like we're tracking vulnerabilities. So like we had conditional formatting. So like if a vulnerability was of high criticality, it would fill in red, and if it was low, it was green, so on. It's just stuff like that. I like putting that together and seeing it.
Okay.
And then there was something else I was going to say. The only thing that annoys me is when I was setting up my sheet for team building in Scarlet and Violet, I was doing that basically theory craft and test to see it all work and all come together. But like I put in Flash Cannon for Hydreigon as one of its moves, and it colored in normal type because I had Flash listed as a move for normal type. So I had to alter the rules to say to do the autofill for splash or for Flash separate from all of the other normal moves, essentially.
Interesting.
Yeah. But it is a work in progress, as is everything.
I know what you mean.
Oh, you sniped me with that, Red Shell.
Good, preventing you from catching up.
Yep.
Oh, come on, it had to be a coin. If I had gotten a banana or a shell right there, that would have been blocked and you would not have got up.
Yeah.
Wait, where'd you go?
I got hit by a banana.
Oh. You mean you actually like legitimately got hit, or you ran into it?
I ran into it. It was right on the edge of the ramp.
Oh. Lost my shell.
Baby Rosalina just passed me. And I destroyed her.
GG.
GG.
It's time for Shy to fall.
Okay.
Told you.
Yep.
We don't even have Shy Guy. That's a shame.
Yeah. We can just call Baby Luigi Shy Guy.
Sure. Works for me. I mean, they're both Link.
Yeah. That is a true statement. Okay,
Going in the grass.
I just went on Twitter, and the first thing I saw is a picture of Mario with the Mercedes GLA.
What?
Well, it's in Mario Kart 8, so...
Okay.
Because I remember before the DLC for Mario Kart 8 actually became a thing, they just did a free update where they added Mercedes stuff. Because they were doing...
gotten sponsored or something.
Yeah, it was like they were doing an ad campaign in Japan, which has like... I've seen the commercial for it. It's like the weirdest Mario commercial I've ever seen. Because it's like... It's live action, so... It's live action
Do they have
Mario...
someone wearing like a Mario costume?
Yes. And there's a live action Goomba, which is kind of creepy. After this race, I'll see if I can find it, and I'll like put it in the Discord chat.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. It's like the most cursed commercial I've ever seen in my life.
Come on, let's go. Blue shell.
Uh-oh. Time to just hop off the track. I don't know if that's actually faster than getting hit by the blue shell, but it feels like it to me.
It might be. Ah, come on, I had a super horn.
I should, like, time that sometime. I don't know if you really can.
I'm sure someone already has. You could probably look it up.
Yeah.
Just knowing how popular this game is. And how serious the competitive is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. You got me with that bomb. Blue shell. Ow, it hit me.
That hurt.
Baby Peach, get out of my way. No. Yes.
One of the children was about to hit me with a red shell.
I just barely squeezed past her.
Nice. Oh, and there's a tweet from Scott the Waz showing how he films the carpet.
How he films the carpet? What?
Like when he does, I guess, a shot of him holding something against his carpet.
Oh, okay. I figured that he just has like a tripod that points down.
This is kind of immersion breaking, if I'm going to be honest. So,
I'll have to check his Twitter then.
Yeah. It's like I've seen press photos for Survivor where it's like the boat they start the game on, except it's what the contestants see, and it's like literally 300 cameras.
Oh, wow. I hit a cow. Come on, you stole my coin. If it wasn't that blue. Now, come
not
on, I did
doing
not
so
hit
well.
that
Uh-oh. Blue shell.
cow. First, I run into a cow that I don't even think I'm about to run into. Like, I just barely clip it or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get hit by a shell. And then I get hit by a blue shell. Or a shell, it was the lightning. Great, just great. I'm surprised you can catch up.
Me too.
GG.
All right, so I'm going to find this Mercedes commercial real quick.
Okay. While you do that, I'm going to look at that Scott the Wasp tweet.
Okay, so the first part of it is not live action, but then the second half of it is.
Okay.
And this is
I'm putting my
absolutely
phone down
cursed.
for it. Is there anyone watching the stream right now?
Yeah, someone is.
Okay. Hello, viewer. Welcome. Just drove off. I drove off.
I almost drove off. I wonder how many Rainbow Roads they're going to add in DLC, if any at all.
I would like to see Wheeze, but I'm not counting on it.
I would like to see one Rainbow Road, but no more than one. I'd prefer it to be 3DS, but Wheeze would be cool too.
Wheeze is still my favorite Rainbow Road of all time. It's such a good one.
It's good. I have a lot more nostalgia for the Wii one, but I personally just feel like 3DS one's a better course. I don't know really if I can. I don't know how to really explain the difference, because like Heart Gold and Soul Silver are my favorite games of all time, but Black and White 2 I think are better games, as an example.
I think I know what you mean. Like, one is more sentimental, but the other one is just overall better.
Yeah.
Hot dog cruise.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna stream Mario Galaxy, wasn't I? I totally forgot about that. Well, when I was doing my Mario Kart ranking video, I said that I was gonna stream it because I had never played it before, but I forgot. I need to do that.
Yeah. Forgot about that. And I got angry at you in the chat about you having not played Mario Galaxy before, even though it's like one of the greatest games of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah. And you know, the only thing is just like we didn't get a lot of platformers when we had the Wii. We had Wii Sports, we had Mario Party, or Mario Kart, not Mario Party. We had Wii Party, or Wii Play, whatever it was.
Wii Play.
Yeah.
Wii Party was also a thing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You might have had that as well.
Probably.
Whoa, whoa. Controller.
What happened? Did you just...
The controller just died on me. Oh my god. I suddenly teleported way far forward afterwards.
Okay.
I'm still in first, though. Whoa. What the heck? Don't know how that happened. With me staying up at the front.
I have no clue either.
I guess the computer took over or something.
Probably. I don't know.
Is that even a thing? Does the computer take over when your controller dies?
I don't know. I mean, if you just teleported ahead, maybe it does. That would be interesting.
Why the controller died? It was plugged in before we started. It's not even that it like died; it just randomly disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, blue shell.
It's okay. I just fell off the course. I've been seeing a lot of people after the last Pokemon trailer saying that Pokemon is now Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's
the funniest part is that I actually have been rewatching 5Ds recently.
Maybe
and then like I see people sharing all these like gifs of Yusei on a motorbike, and I'm like, yeah, I'm watching that.
Yep.
I should probably watch the movies for 5Ds as well, because like I keep seeing people posting like Bonds Beyond Time gifs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
So maybe the gimmick for the trading card game in Gen 9 is that it's going to be card games on motorcycles.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine that. Just imagine it.
That's such a classic joke. Like, it was already a joke before Little Karibo, but then Little Karibo.
Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge is like the funniest thing ever.
I came, what? To the city. Oh. Card games on motorcycles. And then it goes through like a bunch of different abridged characters, not even just Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mm-hmm.
Such a classic video.
Yeah. And I was about to call him Lieutenant Surge, but like Bandit Keith is, I think, one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters just because of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
Yeah.
In America.
In America.
But I was serious.
He's also a really fun character in the actual show, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah. It sucks that his gun was 4 kids edited out.
Yeah. I never really got into playing the physical card game, but I had one of the ones for Game Boy Advance, and I still play it all the time. And the
really?
Yeah. And one of the first, like, after I started actually, like, I would play around with it every once in a while, but once I actually started watching the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, when I played through it and actually learned the rules, the first deck that I did was a mechanical deck, just because of Bandit Keith, pretty much.
I got really into the physical card game in high school, and have been kind of off and on with it since. And I got really into Master Duel for a little while when I came out.
Yeah.
And I touch back on that every once in a while. I'm not such a big fan of the competitive because there's some really overpowered decks out there. And
yeah.
I think that kind of ruins the fun.
There are some cards with, what, like 200, 300 words now?
I don't know if there are cards with that many words.
But a lot.
There are like some more extreme ones. Mm-hmm. But like, it's not even about cards with a lot of words on them. It's about cards that have too many effects.
Yeah.
Too many good effects, to be more specific.
Mm-hmm. That was close. That was like a photo finish.
Yeah, I was like directly over you.
Yeah. was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Yeah, just general power creep and effect creep in Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon is kind of what has kept me out of playing the card games for those for a while, which sucks.
Yeah. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Tried at one point to, when they introduced Link Monsters, they kind of ruined the game, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped playing.
Yeah.
And when I did play, I would be like, hey, can we play with the, I think it was called Master Rule 3 rules? Master Rule 4, I think, was when they introduced Link Monsters.
Okay.
Because basically they said there's an extra monster zone and you can't summon monsters from the extra deck except to that extra monster zone or to a linked zone, which basically means you have to run Link Monsters, even if your deck doesn't really have any synergy with them. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
And then they kind of went back on it with what's called Master Rule 5 by the community, but it's really Master Rule 4.5, where like Synchro XCs and Fusions, they can be summoned like they could before, but Pendulums and Links, they have to be in the extra monster zone or Link zone.
Mm-hmm.
Which everybody likes that now.
Yeah.
Because it's a nerf for Pendulums, which was needed in Master Rule 3, don't get me wrong. And it doesn't hurt anything else.
Okay. Yeah, it's just stuff like...
This is probably going over your head.
Yeah, I mean, it's... And I pride myself on being able to understand a lot of complex stuff, but that kind of just, like, at that point, kind of just goes over my head. Like, even for the Pokemon card game, it seems like there's a lot of stuff going on now. Where just, like... And people are speculating they're going to reveal the Gen 9 cards at Worlds, and they're going to have, like, 500 HP.
Yeah, I haven't even considered looking into like Pokemon cards beyond, oh, that's some cool art, or oh, hey, people are talking about all these shiny cards or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like shiny Pokemon, not holographic.
Right.
Well, also holographic. People are talking about, but you know.
Yeah. But it's just like, I liked it when in the Heart Gold Soul Silver sets, there weren't any like super overpowered cards that you needed to spend a lot of money to get. You could just open some packs, get a theme deck, and you'd pretty much be good from there. Maybe you'd buy a tin that has like a Typhlosion or something. But like, you could pretty much just play with whatever you have. But now... And they're doing a better...
You almost need to have specific cards now, I think.
Yeah, and they're doing a better job of distributing the cards that are widely used. I just feel like a lot of that stuff...
Ooh.
I just feel like a lot of that stuff is too relied upon.
Oh, come on. If I had known that there was a shell, I would have used my super horn. But green shells don't alert you.
Yeah. And the thing is, with stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon with their power creep, I kind of feel like it's entirely to make more money, obviously. Like...
Yeah. Definitely. Like, oh, look at this cool, shiny new card. It's more powerful than anything you've ever seen. You're going to want this.
Mm-hmm.
It's that sort of information. Or, not information, but that sort of vibe.
Yeah, and a lot of that, in my opinion, comes from they want people, like, kind of cross-section of... I'm trying to figure out how to say it, like, making collectors want to buy cards that look a lot more powerful when it's really more heavily affecting the competitive gameplay than collectors.
Oh, yeah.
So,
they're
like...
not really thinking about the competitive when they do all these changes.
Yeah.
And then they end up having to do ban lists because they're like, oh crap, we made a card that's too powerful.
Yeah, Pokemon like never had ban lists until a couple of years ago. They started doing them. Just
Gen
because,
6, right?
Gen 6 or Gen 7, I think.
I think it was with Mega Rayquaza, right? Around that time.
Actually, no. The Gen 6 card that they banned was Lysander's Trump card, which let you shuffle your entire discard pile back into your deck.
I was thinking mainline Pokemon. What am I thinking?
Yeah, so they they released a card, so they wanted a Lysander card, so they made it you can shuffle your entire discard pile back into your deck, and then realize, oh, maybe that's a bit too powerful, and banned it.
There was this fusion card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where basically you could fusion summon from the deck, but the monster would have zero attack.
Okay.
But that monster let you normal summon twice. So it was, and because normal summoning is so powerful in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's so limited.
Yeah.
And any effect that lets you do it twice is really good.
Yeah.
So instead of banning this fusion monster, which is part of an archetype, it honestly doesn't make sense to ban that one. They banned the fusion card. Because they were like, okay, this card lets you get stuff out way too easily in order to do some really crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like, things like that.
Yeah, one thing I've kind of always wished is that there was a card game like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! That where really the only cards that you would market towards the collectors are just like alternate art, which I think that'd be kind of nice because then you would be prioritizing both gameplay and collectability. You'd kind of have the best of both worlds in a way.
I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Does that to some extent, where they have like alternate arts, and it's like, oh, look at this shiny new art of Blue Eyes White Dragon or whatever. How far up are you? I got a star in second.
Hold on, I threw a banana so I could hit myself before getting hit by that blue shell. That's like some 8D chess level stuff.
The craziest thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that stuff ends up coming off the ban list because it gets power crept to the point where it's like roughly the same level as existing cards. Like, there's Monster Reborn. That was on the ban list for the longest time.
Yeah.
And now it's limited to 1.
Okay.
Which, that's a huge step up.
Yeah.
Because Monster Reborn summoned a monster from either player's graveyard. That's a really powerful effect, even if it is just once.
Yeah. I remember Theo got into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, he would go to the card store and play. And every once in a while, just because he wanted to play, I would scrounge up the few cards that I had. And then in the middle of the game, he would go, oh, you can't use Monster Reborn. That's banned. I'm like, I have like 50 cards. What do you expect me to do? See, he'd run circles around me all the time, and then every once in a while we'd argue about the rules. Like, we would spend half an hour arguing about something, and then go to the rule book.
Yeah, every once in a while I have to look up, like, on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki, what does that effect do again? Like, just to make sure I completely understand it.
Yeah. I briefly considered trying to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! A little bit more recently. I went to Target, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards were like the only trading cards I saw on the shelf. Everything else was just gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Sometimes I see the opposite, where there's just an empty space for Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, and then there's still some Pokemon cards, still some Magic or whatever. Digimon cards never sell, so those are always there.
Yeah.
I don't even know why those are a thing, to be honest.
They were, I think, trying to piggyback off of Pokemon and Magic getting super popular over the pandemic, because they had a lot of content creators like do tournaments and stuff.
Okay.
Oh, and I was about to drive into the lightning before it hit. That would
Yeah,
not
I
have been
just
good.
drove straight into the lightning as it was hitting.
Yeah, that's never fun to do. I'm like, when I get to that part of the course, I become like hyper aware of my surroundings.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I'm like, I think I can beat the lightning here or whatever, and then I just don't.
Yeah.
Oh, come on!
Well, I mean,
I bumped into a wall and it turned around.
as you said
Basically,
earlier, it is speed.
as I said, for what?
Before we started, you said I am speed. That's lightning.
Oh, dang it!
Before I really got into video games, like the one video game I would play is I had Cars for the Xbox.
Interesting choice.
Yeah.
Not what
well,
I would call an ideal choice, but
I
it's
got
a
it.
choice.
I got it a few years ago for the GameCube. It's actually decent. Like, surprisingly decent.
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but it was definitely worth the $5 I paid for it.
Okay. But that's $5, not the full game's price
Right.
when it came out.
Yeah, my dad definitely paid the full price for it when it came out because I liked the movie. And then a lot of my memories of it were not even playing the game. It was just like watching clips of the movie that you could unlock by playing the game.
Oh, I don't think I ever really got into playing any licensed titles like that.
Yeah.
We had a Shrek party game when I was a kid, but I played it once, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like the only licensed game I ever really played. Like, I know a lot of people have nostalgia for like the SpongeBob games or whatever, but that was really the only one. And then I think when we got to the Wii, Theo had like an M&M's and NASCAR crossover racing game.
M&M's and NASCAR.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
I'll look it up, and
that sounds vaguely familiar, actually.
it wasn't even like a NASCAR racing. It was a kart racer with NASCAR characters. I mean, with like NASCAR drivers. Let's say characters. It was the weirdest thing ever. Ow.
You're welcome.
Ow.
Did I get you?
Yes, you did.
Nice. That's fine.
I just got passed by a bullet bill. You're pretty far ahead.
Oh, wow. Didn't realize I was that far ahead. Granted, it's not as big of a lead now, but
Yeah.
this is after I've been shrunk and all that. Oh, that's a bullet bill. Or not bullet bill, a blue shell.
Yeah.
Don't know why I cheered, but apparently I hit someone with a banana or something.
Oh, I can see you again.
Oh no. Looking at the mini-map, you're like right there.
Oh, no. I hit the wall. It's over.
You hit the wall and I grabbed a mushroom that someone dropped.
Yep.
think we're just kind of standing on Europe.
Yeah. I don't know why Europe, but that's cool, I guess.
You were stomping on the United Kingdom, and I was over there in Scandinavia,
Yeah.
crushing Stockholm.
So, the funny thing is that because of the way my my recording software is set up, if I were to have it so I can hear the sound in the game, then it would be going through at full volume because I have my desktop audio at full volume, so that that what you're saying can be heard clearly. So I haven't been able to hear anything in the game at all this whole time.
Oh well.
I just think it's kind of funny. So the people on the stream can hear the music because my capture card is getting it. And you obviously can hear it because you're playing it. But
right.
I'm getting nothing. I just think that's kind of funny. And like whenever
Can you hear it through my mic?
Occasionally I'll play loud enough that I can get some of it.
Okay.
And like for Smash Bros, when I'm recording for that, I also have music turned off so that I can just put whatever music in later.
Interesting.
So that way, like, if I were to like turn one match into a segment, then instead of having the music cut in and out every time I cut the scene, it'll just play this. It'll just have one song playing in the background. So, and then I do the same thing for Pokemon as well, which I miss when I'm recording. I miss listening to music. But then later on, I can add whatever I want in.
The fun of playing a game, in my opinion, is listening to the music that they added.
I know.
Come on.
Yeah, literally the
3 reds. You already finished.
The first thing I did after the DLC came out was I refreshed YouTube until I could see the music.
I imagine like Gilvasunner or something posted it.
I forget who, but yeah.
Or it's something brawl something channel. You know the one.
Oh, he was.
Those are like the 2 main.
He was nuked a few years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was putting up music for Mario Maker and Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and his channel got terminated.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Like, I knew individual videos were being taken down, but I didn't realize entire channels were just nuked.
Yeah. Oh, Gilvasunner's gone too.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Oh, this was a couple months ago. Shoot.
Wow.
I had no clue that happened.
Yeah, that kind of happened quietly then.
Yeah.
Or at least not in a... At least it wasn't publicized in the way that I would have seen it.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Siva Gunner was doing tributes to him. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't see that then.
I still think it's hilarious that it's not actually Silva Gunner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he disguised it so perfectly.
Yeah. He's actually... the Siva Gunner channel actually has a lot of good music. surprisingly.
Oh yeah, even though they're not the actual thing, they're basically just glorified remixes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes even shitposts, like Flintstones theme put into Pokemon or whatever.
But sometimes that actually ends up good.
Yeah, sometimes it ends up actually sounding amazing. I remember seeing a Route 209 one.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what theme he mashed it up with, but it sounded good. Not as good as the actual 209, but you know.
About Route 216, but it's A Wonderful Christmas Time. Or I think there was also Viridian Forest, but it's Jingle Bells.
I should not have mushroom there. I hit the wall. Also, you're definitely winning this race.
Am I? Oh shoot! I just looked at the map. What?
Yeah. Like, it just occurred to me, wait, I have a mushroom in second. How far up is he? Oh my god, he is way up there. Like, I'm getting a golden mushroom in second.
Jeez.
Okay. I don't think there was a single blue shell the entire race. That might be part of why.
Yeah.
Nothing to put you in check.
I didn't really see any red shells either.
I threw a few, but you might have blocked them or something.
Maybe. So now that it's been, almost a week, I wonder how George Jetson's doing.
Yeah, he was born a week ago, so...
Yeah. And I did cross-reference it. There is one person in the world named George Jetson, or one person in the U.S. named George Jetson.
Yeah, there was a meme going around about that.
Yeah. He is among us.
He's among us.
You know, I never actually did any Among Us videos, which is actually kind of crazy.
I mean, are you gonna sell your soul now? Is that what you're saying? And finally make an Among Us video?
I don't know if I have enough friends to do a full Among Us video. Because there's you and Michael and Andrew.
I don't even have the game, and I honestly don't want the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I really do not have enough friends, even if everybody had it, to do it. To do, like, a full game. I'd have to leech off of everyone else's social circles.
Well, you could get Theo, Jane,
That's true.
Michael, maybe Andrew.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan would do it.
Mm-hmm. I haven't talked to Ryan in forever.
He, Michael, and I, we went to the... I forget the name of the restaurant already, but it's downtown.
Mm-hmm.
We went there on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Pretty nice restaurant.
Okay.
And then we got Ben & Jerry's after.
Nice. Yeah, now that I think about it, I think you and Michael are the only people from high school that I've actually kept in touch with. Which is depressing. I'm just not good at that.
You, Michael, Ryan to a lesser extent, my friend Luke, Adam to a lesser extent,
Mm-hmm.
That's who I've kept in touch with the most since high school.
Okay.
But like I've had on and off communication with other people too.
Mm-hmm. The funny thing is that if I'm just on my page on LinkedIn, I'll just see a list of a bunch of people that we went to high school with.
Yeah, remember Jeffrey? He was our grade.
The name, rings a bell, but I don't know.
Hispanic guy. He was always kind of like a class clown type of person, but he was pretty smart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he randomly followed me on LinkedIn, so I was like, sure, I'll add you back.
Yeah. Oh shoot, a mushroom. Jeez.
A mushroom?
Yeah, I just got a mushroom from the item box, so I can
What
take
the
that
heck?
shortcut.
It's not too often that happens.
No, it is not.
Whoa, what happened to you?
I didn't drop my bomb in time.
Oh.
And I thought that I had a red shell, so I was trying to hold it behind me, but it was a mushroom. That's unfortunate. I could have taken the shortcut again. Yeah, thinking about high school, I wish I had been friendlier to people. Because, like, apart from...
Yeah, you were kind of closed off in high school. Like, you sat in the hallway across from the others.
Yeah.
But, like, you didn't really talk with them.
Yeah, and there were a few people I was, like, really friendly to. But, like, in 9th grade, and this was part of, like, in middle school, I was kind of, like, bullied a little bit. But, like, yeah. I really didn't talk to anybody unless I was their friend. Like, I literally would just ignore people, which I regret that a lot.
I've always kind of just, like, talked to people and been nice and stuff, but I don't get into, like, deep conversations unless I'm, like, friends with them.
Yeah.
Or if I see myself potentially being friends with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like, like the conversation we just had about Yu-Gi-Oh! I wouldn't talk about that with just any random stranger, because I don't know them enough, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but thinking back, like, just being friendly to people would have gone a long way.
That was my experience in college. Like, if you're just friendly with people, you're going to make friends.
Yep.
Basically the gist of it.
Yeah. I have a lot of regrets thinking back to high school. Like, I wish I'd got my license, because you had said we should do driver's ed together. I was like, I'm not ready. I should have just done it. Because that is still a work in progress.
Yeah, Theo mentioned that when I saw him yesterday, that you still hadn't had your license yet.
Yep.
At least in this country, being able to drive is very important.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Because of all the infrastructure that there is, and all the expectation that you're going to be driving everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have, my only thing is, like, I was very cautious when I was back in high school. I was I was afraid of the damage I could do. And then when I started practicing driving, I hit 2 cars. Like, I didn't hurt anybody, but I had to pay a lot of money to get other people's cars fixed.
It freaked you out?
It did.
Like, I understand that it would freak you out. Like, it freaks me out when I get in an accident too, whether it's my fault or not.
Mm-hmm.
But
and then also,
don't let it stop you from improving.
Yeah.
Take it as a lesson.
Mm-hmm. And then the other big thing is like I'm just not good at paying attention to my surroundings. Which, yeah, like I can, if I'm doing something, I can get really focused on one thing, and that is kind of a bad thing for me, I think, when driving. Because if I'm focusing on one thing too much, I'm not paying attention to everything else going on around me. You know?
I think I know what you mean.
Oh, there's a blue shell.
When there's too much to focus on, it can be a little heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially on the highway, I'd say it's the hardest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and one other fun story about driving practice. The driving school I went to closed shortly after the pandemic, and because of that, I called the DMV to say like, hey, can I do my like driving with an instructor somewhere else? I did the in-class stuff, and they're like, sure, let's just find your records. They didn't submit my records to the DMV.
Really?
Yeah, they submitted Theo's. We took the same class, but they didn't submit mine.
Why?
I have no clue.
Sense.
Yeah, I know.
That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I didn't have that issue.
Yeah.
Like, the driving school I went to, as far as I know, it's still open. They were pretty diligent about, like, submitting everything and going through all of the steps.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Funny story about that, actually. One time when we were doing one of those on the road lessons or whatever,
Yeah.
where the driver takes you, where the instructor says, okay, you're behind the wheel, let's go driving somewhere random.
Right.
We kind of just drove up and down the main road, and then he said, okay, stop at the 7-Eleven, and then he just went in and bought a drink. It was hilarious.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
It's like, okay, first you made me do the first turn of my life, and now you're just gonna go nonchalantly into the 7-Eleven and get a big gulp or whatever it was you got.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Usually for the on the road stuff, though, I would end up going to, I forget what exactly it was called, but it was this park, and basically just drive around the parking lot, and they had me do like some reverse parking stuff like that.
Like reverse parking, 3-point turns, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Just general skills.
Yeah, and nobody else was in that parking lot, so it was convenient.
Yeah.
And it was close to the driving school as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, before the pandemic hit, I was doing a lot of practicing in parking lots and stuff, just like, okay, I'm gonna do 3-point turns. And that stuff I'm totally fine with. It's just like when I'm actually on the road, I get kind of nervous.
Yeah, because now you have other people to worry about.
Yeah. Okay, whoever threw that bomb just saved me because baby Luigi had just passed me.
Oh, wow. I threw a red shell. I don't know if it actually hit anyone.
I think that hit
exactly
me.
500.
Because I got hit by something and baby Luigi got hit by something, but my stun lasted just a bit shorter. Alright, I think I've got time for one more race because I have mass in a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's getting late.
Yeah. I see we're gonna end it with a bang,
Yes.
or just a lot of arcadey beeps and boops.
We're gonna have a ball.
Yeah, or 2 or 3, depending on how many end up in the little area down at the end.
Yeah.
I'm after this pack. I'm really excited to see the rest of the DLC.
Yeah, I want to see what all they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not just what courses they're gonna add, but
How
what are
they're
they gonna do to spice them up?
Yeah.
How are they gonna look? How are they gonna sound?
Mm-hmm. If there are any more GBA courses, I'm really excited because they build those from the ground up. Because like if you've seen the original Ribbon Road compared to the one in Mario Kart 8, it is like
Oh yeah, it's not.
Yeah. So that's really cool, and I hope that they bring back Lakeside Park because that's like one of the most difficult courses from the Game Boy Advance.
Hey.
Plus, also, it's got good music.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when they do a Game Boy Advance one, they do a full-on remake to the point where it's basically a new course.
Yeah.
But for SNES, they usually keep the flat structure. Like Ghost Valley and from Wii.
Yeah.
And Rainbow Road.
And I think
in this game.
I think the reason for that is just because probably more people played the SNES game, so to them it's a lot more nostalgic. Whereas from what I've seen, nobody really ever talks about the GBA courses. So if you like just remake them from the ground up, that would entice people to go like, hey, this is pretty cool, as opposed to like SNES, like, yeah, this is what I grew up with, or this is what I'm used to.
I think I see what you mean. How far up are you? Oh my god.
I just got out of the glider section.
Okay, that would explain why you're so far up and why I was getting 3 mushrooms.
Yeah.
At least partially explain.
I somehow have not been hit by anything. That's kind of a miracle.
Really?
Yeah.
I threw 3 red shells at you at one point. Yeah. They must have not reached you.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I was doing this earlier, and Gloria was beating me. It was the last lap, and we're on the actual pinball table. I had 2 red shells. Both of them got destroyed by the balls.
Oof. Yeah, I've had a couple of red shells destroyed just during this... Just today.
Mm-hmm.
Not even necessarily by the balls, but like by the paddles and stuff.
Yeah. This is... I'm really glad that we were able to get together and do this.
Yeah, this is fun.
And I'm looking forward to next time. Maybe, really, we should just do this every few weeks or something. Like, I know I say that every time, and I'm not good at actually organizing that.
Yeah, and we end up forgetting about it, but if we didn't forget about it...
Yeah. And it doesn't even need to be Mario Kart every time. Like, it could be Smash Bros. Or Mario Party or whatever.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Alright, I'm going to do my little outro real quick. Thank you all so much for watching.
I unlocked wood.
Like and subscribe.